The bank is finally now, out of PCA. So tell us the last 4 years, the building blocks or the new foundation, the bank has created, for future growth and ensuring that the bank will not slip again, into this weak bank category. So I want to focus more on the foundation that the bank has built in the because last 4 years, under PCA, and everything was monitored under RBI. So what kind of foundation the bank has built in the last 4 years? So let's start with that, sir.
This period basically we have utilized now coming to your question, this was the background, utilized for mainly one realignment of our balance sheet both in assets and liabilities that we have done. Secondly, we have revisited all our risk management policies, credit policies, and all based on the experience which has created problem for us. So this all this we studied, and wherever we thought that the normal, because now we are commercial banks, so all these policies were framed keeping in view, reframed rather, keeping in view that we have to go as per the this bank and then commercial bank. Second, we have to focus more on retail both in assets and liabilities, and so that and the concentration type of in those advances should not be there. And then simultaneously we exercise control on expenditure also. Then risk weighted assets, wherever we could exit. In some cases we could not exit because NPA account it's difficult to exit, but we try to exit from weak accounts, and wherever the accounts had already become NPA, we had we took proper care, and immediately the cases were either referred to NCLT or recovery action was initiated, and some recoveries happened. And simultaneously we did work on HR also. One thing I like to mention that despite all these problems, we on our own did not remove any staff members. So that strength, of course, we continued recruitment, but only recruitment was to the extent that were normal retirements were there. So the number of staff were maintained, but at the same time there was no retrenchment type, and nor we had reduced the compensation and all these things, and rather we motivated the staff and to ensure that they work on to turn around the bank. So that way, because there were certain uncertainties also amongst the staff members, and especially when LIC was coming. So those things were attended to, and restructuring, organization restructuring also we did, some verticalization and focus. So all these steps were taken. That mid corporate group, some verticalization was done. From 27 branches we had reduced it to 20. Large corporate also account wise management plan we started, and in retail, that basically marketing team separate and processing team separate. And this we started another group, NMG, NPA management group. So now the major focus, instead of giving advances, was on NPA recovery. So all these factors we had this put some emphasis on training, improving the knowledge, and all these steps we took. And then RBI, Government of India also, we must thank Government of India and LIC. They brought LIC because that time what we needed was capital. So they gave us capital when we really needed, because capital was totally eaten away by the losses. So the LIC gave us capital, and all these things helped us in improving the profitability and improving the performance of the bank. And now I can say with a lot of satisfaction, the turnaround has happened, and all those issues which were a matter of concern have now been attended to. Bank has come back on profit. Net NPA is quite even with that including Supreme Court, it is now as on December it was 2.75. Then provision coverage, because in any case we had to make higher provisions because most of these were restructured accounts. So now the provision coverage stands at 97%. Now this is a major good thing. Now, when we recover, even if we on an average, because our infrastructure accounts are there, some manufacturing. So even if I assume that, minimum 25% recovery will come, even then there will be surplus because our uncovered portion is only 3%. So those things, all steps have taken, and I think those steps have worked for us. And capital infusion by government, and then corporate governance, of course, we have enlarged our board also. So some new members were inducted. So all these factors have helped us.